Oh, yeah. Yo, how y'all doing? I'm your host King. If you don't know, if you new to the podcast, this is the Session Podcast, hosted by me, operated by me, directed by me. So, how y'all doing? This week, I guess this week, we gotta get serious. We gotta get serious because it's almost over, y'all. You know, it's almost over. 2020 is almost over. Now the thing about it, I see a lot of people, you know, I don't knock nobody for nothing, you know, that makes them feel good. But 2020 ain't gonna change. Like 2021 is not gonna change what 2020 did. So if you think January 1st, 2021 is gonna reset and turn into January 1st, 2020, where COVID hit America hard, I need what you smoking. I need a 7 of what you smoking. Now don't give me, I don't necessarily want if it's white or clear, because I know how that is. But you tripping, but I want to trip with you. I'm trying to go down that lane with you, because it's not going to be no different. You know? So, chill out. Get over yourself. If a date controls your destiny, you tripping, yo. I look at it. You know what I mean? Because what's the difference? What's the difference? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, in all seriousness, if you decide that you so happy 2020 is over, and this has not been your year, and, you know, it was all the time. The date was in control of you and your success, or you and your life. You know what? That's the easiest thing that we can do. The easiest thing we could do is to charge it to something else. To not take personal responsibility or accountability for our own actions. Because it's easy for me to say, well, I didn't do well this year, or, you know, my business didn't progress. COVID, it was 2020 and President Trump and blah, blah, blah. Whatever, bro. That's on you. You decided to lose this year. You know, you decided it wasn't for you to be successful this year, and that's okay. You know, everybody goes through that. Everybody has a time in their life where they choose what they're gonna do. Whether you're gonna be on point about what you're trying to do in life, or you're gonna take a nap, press the snooze button. Some people just press snooze all year. You know, like that's all it is. If you really break it down, some of us decided February 13th or, you know, whatever date you got shut down. So like February 13th, Friday the 13th, I believe it was this year, we got the notification that COVID was, you know, in the city, numbers was kind of going up. There was more than just 2 or 3 people. By March 23rd, I think it was, or March 17th, somewhere in there, it was a wrap already. You know what I'm saying? Like we were shutting down. But I realized there were people that day that just, you know, they wrapped their year up. It was over. There wasn't no more work being done. There was no more progress to be made. No more goals to be made. It was over because I'm working from home, or I got my unemployment, or, you know, they suspended my rent. Whatever situation it was that put you, you know, in your place for COVID, people living in that place. And they not deciding to leave. Like they chilling in that space. Which, if that's your space and that's your comfort zone, I'm not the one to tell you that that's okay. You know, to be honest with you. I'm the one that's going to tell you the truth. You're a loser. You're a loser. Simple as that. I know. It sucks. Somebody's telling you to your face your lack of ambition and, you know, your laziness, or your deciding to kind of be you in that space of doing nothing besides maybe working from home, maybe getting a check, maybe not, you're a loser. Because the winners, they're not thinking about 2020. They thought about 2021, 2022, up to 2025. If you saw 2020 as a ender of your success, you kind of didn't have a plan, I feel like, because it shouldn't have been. It just shouldn't have been. Like, show me a state completely shut down. Show me a state that told their people. Now, this is America. I don't know about other countries. The other countries possibly have went about, shutting people down. Like India. Get your ass in the house. Whoop your ass and catch you on the street. I could see that. You open a business, a street business there, and they're like, oh, no, we don't want nobody on the street. Hey, I get it. But in America, John, please, they was giving out money. They was giving out money left and right. Now, I'm not telling you should have scammed. I'm not telling you that you should have started a business that wasn't yours. Definitely do your legitimate schemes or whatever you get plans. Get those out the way now. I'm talking about if you had a dream of starting a business, start the business. What you waiting on? Somebody to give you the okay. So, let me guess. You need somebody to motivate you. That's what you need. You need somebody to be like, hey, get out of bed. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn it to the guy from that one college commercial. Give me 1 second. Watch this. Hey, what's up? You a loser? Huh? You just doing nothing today? Huh? You could have signed up for school today. No, you just decided to sit on your ass and watch cartoons and eat cereal. Why? Huh? Why you don't go start an LLC? Huh? See? I can motivate you. I can tell you you ain't doing shit with your life. You go out and do something, boy, who cares? Like, you should care about you. And if you don't, you need to go talk to somebody, get on the train to help you get there. Because the reality is, 2020 was exactly what it was meant to be. It was no different than every other year that we had. In reality, because, yeah, they told some of us to chill, and some of us did, chill. Some of us lost some shit, some of us made some money. But that's no different than every other year, because the reality was that you could have took your own progress into your own hands this year. We had an employee shortage prior to the pandemic. We have food manufacturing, bus companies, transportation companies, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, restaurants galore hiring for delivery drivers. I know they're not working, in the building like they used to, but damn, you could have delivered for some people. Or if you don't have a license, you could have worked your way to get your damn license back. You was in the house. Like, that's the catch. The catch to it all is, if you feel like your excuses were in the past, I didn't have time, or I'm too busy. What the fuck is your excuse now? If in 2019 you were too busy to start a business or to get some life insurance or to mentor someone in the field in which you want to be in so that you can see if it's for you. If in 2020, if they gave you that time off work, if they gave you the unemployment check to be the basis of the finance for you to be able to move your dream to something else instead of working in an endless job that you hate, if they gave you a PPP loan for a staggering business that you did not take to another level, who are you blaming? You can't blame nobody. You gotta blame yourself. Because the leg ups was there. The leg up was there. And in a way, it still is. Because the pandemic isn't over. And that's the lesson I think needs to be put out. 2021 is going to be the little cousin of 2020. That's all. Yes, they have a vaccine available. Come on, y'all. Let's be clear. It ain't over. The problems ain't going nowhere. I'm not saying that we're not getting better, but I'm telling you facts. If you're dependent on time, or if you're dependent on someone else dictating your success, whether you call it the government, whether you say it was the president, you say it was the governor, the mayor, hell, you can just call them they, like everybody else does. You know, they hating on me. They didn't want me to get a job. They didn't want me up there. They this, they that. Blame it on they. But you still have to look at the mirror. You still have to decide who was the one that made the move to put you in this position. You know what I mean? Who was it? I don't know. And if you're listening to this, my hands are up in the air because I need to know. I need to know who was it that told you today that this year you were gonna have to be a failure, no matter what you tried. Because I know it's a few, it's a handful of business people who were ex-employees who March, April, they got fired, they got let go, and they didn't decide to go fill out an application. They decided to create an application. Like, that's what I try to throw that into people's mind frame whenever they, talking to me at the shop about this and that. Like, yo, you don't have to be a loser if you don't want to be. Is that too much? Is that because I could lose a job. That'll make me a loser. The loser is the guy who loses the job, cries in the car, cries at home, goes and sits on the corner, or goes and sits in front of the store and asks for money. You're the loser because you lost your will to progress. You lost your will to want to be better than what the lowest people are. Because anybody can just ask for shit. Hey, give me some change, give me some money. But what is that going to lead you to? It's going to finance you to the next day? It's the same thing with thinking small potatoes. A lot of people want to do shit and say it's theirs, but they want to do it so small that it has no risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm going to work, I'm going to drive this school bus, or I'm going to work at this call center, but on the back end, I'm going to do this little business, but I'm not going to invest in that business. I'm going to pray that I'm going to pray to God that this business flourishes, but I'm not going to put in no real work. Come on, G. Even God said, a dream without work, bro, is just a dream. It's nothing. It's pointless. Like, we got to decide. And today, before we get to New Year's, is probably the best time to decide. Who you gonna be, bro? Or sis? Who the fuck y'all gonna be? Are y'all gonna continue to play the game? Or are you gonna create your own fucking game? Because you can. I hope 2020 has showed you that. I hope 2020 has put it in your heart that it's not necessary to be left out. You don't gotta be, some lonely employee in a job you don't like. Hell, you don't even gotta be an employee. Be the boss. Be the producer that you want to be. Now, the catch to it all is, you gotta be a good one. That's it. You just gotta be a good one. No matter what you're producing. If you're gonna decide to do hair, do really good hair. If you're gonna sell bundles, sell good quality bundles and have great customer service. If you're gonna deliver food, be really good at it. Because the thing about having your own is you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable. But not only that, you have to give people what you would want from the services you're providing. So if I went to, let's say I went to a barber shop. Now, I'm a barber. I'm a cosmetologist. You know what I'm saying? I get down. I do it all. Let's say I go to your salon and you claim you can retwist dreads and style them. I know I can. Right? Now my situation is I would pay to have it done professionally and done right. But if I go into your establishment, you smell like weed, everything is dirty, you gotta move shit off the chair in order for me to sit down, or I'm sitting in a regular chair and I'm not sitting in a salon chair, or I'm not sitting, like just if it's not right, I'm already going to have reservations. Not saying I won't participate, not saying I won't give you my money, because I know everything has to grow from something. And I used to cut in the fucking basement, so people already know. I literally built my shop up from nothing but $1,000, and I was cutting in the basement. It can be done. It can be done right. Don't get me wrong. Some days I wasn't the most professional. I might have had a bad day, but please believe I made up for it, or I would acknowledge it, or it would just never happen again. So let's say I came in late one day, or I just missed the cut, woke up too late, which I can say I don't think I've probably ever done. I maybe slipped, forgot about a person, but I got there and cut them. But to be fair, and I say all this to say is like, you have to grow in the field in which you choose to have, your dream built in. So if you're going to be a driver, be a good driver, but be a good driver all the time and be better every day. So it's the same with, any profession. Just take pride in what you're doing for the future. And don't think about today. Think about next year. Not even tomorrow. Think about next year. So when I have clients who maybe this is their first time, maybe they've been coming to me, but they're not generally comfortable yet, I treat them with kid glue. I watch my tone around them. I watch what I say around them, because I want to get to know them on a personal level. Build positive relationships with clients or with your customer base. If you're going to be in business, respect your client base. And by respect means don't go on social media talking shit. Don't, disrespect a client to another client, because they might know each other. They may be cousins. So watch your mouth, watch what you do, and watch how you act. Because everything you do, like, I'm an Aries. I know you can't tell, right? But I'm an Aries, and we have a weird temper, but we also, I think, take pride in everything that we do. Like most Aries I know are very down to earth until you get them angry. But when you get us angry, who knows what we'll do. I mean, we're not like Virgos or Cancers or nothing like that, but we're definitely gonna do something, or we want to, bad. So it's best to leave us alone unless you won't smoke. Now, I'm learning as an Aries, my face has that type of, like I can go from, saying, hey, how y'all doing, to what the fuck going on? And this is my confused face. So I gotta understand, when I'm looking at somebody and they say something to me that's confusing or upsetting, I'm not gonna flip out or think about it too hard, because I know my face will let it go. Generally, I accept it. I try to keep this face, the straight face, not the resting bitch face. Like, keep this face. Because if I get too confused, I'm gonna be, what the fuck are you talking about? And now people think, oh, dude got an issue. He mugged the shit out of me when I said that. Like, no, I was probably confused. Probably didn't understand shit you was talking about. I'm not saying, what you said was wrong or what I'm saying is right. I just didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. This is my first time. But perception is reality, and we gotta move past that. So now, don't get me wrong, this ain't even just for entrepreneurs. This is for every fucking body. Like, if you are in a job, a new job, an old job, if you're running into problems with people at these jobs, it's probably you, and you don't know it. Just check yourself. That's it. Check yourself. See, I don't like putting my pride into my feelings at work, because it don't always come out the way you think it should. Like, I like to work with pride, but I'm not too proud at work. So if I come to work my hair looks funny, and somebody talks about my hair. I don't get mad. I fix it. My clothes are dirty. I don't get mad. I fix it. You know when I get mad at work? When I don't get paid. It's the only time I get mad. That should be your motivation. I'm not going to get mad at the people who I work with or who I work for. I'm going to get mad if they don't pay me. Because then they have the right to see this face. But, you know, that's just how it is for me. For you, it could be completely different. But all I'm going to say at that point, you need to change either your job or your surroundings. And don't blame it on the people at the job. Don't blame it on the year in which you got the job or the year it is now or the catastrophes that happen. That doesn't mean shit. It does not mean a damn thing. And the reason why it doesn't mean a damn thing, because you are in control of you. Every move you make. Like, how many times have we went to a fast food restaurant? And when I say we, I'm just talking general public. And you met the girl who hair was done, nails was done, but she had an attitude when she took your money at the window. Or the girl in the next window, or the guy, whatever, who you asked for a straw, and they said something snotty to you, and you had to check them, because they just had an attitude about being at work, or they didn't want to come to work. The advice that you say in the car when you're driving away, I guarantee is the same shit I'm telling you now. If you don't like your job, change it. Just change it. Find a new one. Go to Indeed. Go to Facebook Jobs or wherever you find jobs in your community and get a new job. It's so pertinent that you get a new job. And the reason why I'm telling you to get a new job is because 2021, you should realize from 2020, everything isn't guaranteed, yo. Nothing is guaranteed. No matter how you think life is going to be, you can have a great thing going, and they can shut you down. Or you can get hurt, or you can get sick, or your supplier could die. Like, these are the things that we have to start thinking about forever, and not living day to day only worrying about next week, because your people today might not be here next week. And 2020 is what showed you that. That's how real it is. It's so real that family members who you thought perfectly healthy, or you were just on the phone with 2 days ago, pass away, all because of a virus that everybody called the flu. And now you feel like it's real. So what do you think the next pandemic is going to be? But you have to be pandemic proof. You got to be. We have to be. Because as you can see, you got the people who are making it, who learned how to navigate through the pandemic. You got the people who worried about just getting a check, or worried about what the government was going to do, or worried about, oh my God, my job, is it still going to be there? I mean, I know more people that are up here than that are right here right now, because they realized, fuck all this, I'm going to create my job. My job playing games with the hours and money, I'll do something else. And applause to y'all, because you learning how to survive in the new age. You know, that Back to the Future shit is real. Everything we asked for is almost here. Hell, I just saw a video on YouTube, a brother made a lightsaber. A fucking lightsaber. A real lightsaber. Don't get me wrong, it was a plasma cutter type thing, but it was still a lightsaber. So now, I had this conversation. What y'all think jobs gonna be like next? Because that's a job. Like, dude is hiring. You know what I'm saying? He looking for engineers. He looking for scientists. He looking for electricians. He's looking for people in the field that know how to do this, so that when they become mass produced, they got a workforce. You gonna be telling your kids to go get a factory job still? You gonna be telling your kids they need to go drive the bus? What? Like, man, if you don't tell your kids to get on this engineering shit, or to get on this independent contractor shit, like, this is the move. The move is not working for nobody in a regular ass job no more. You know what the funny part is? Create your own regular ass job. Simple. You don't want to compete? I feel you. But you ain't doing nothing but competing with workers. If you're not trying to compete with the business, who you competing with? For a job? Man, I refuse. If it's 3 people in a room and they only got one position, I refuse to be any one of those 3 people. Simple. Because you're not going to get me by the tail. You know what I mean? You're not going to get me and be like, yo, we got you. You know what I'm saying? You're replaceable. It's motherfuckers want this job. Man, fuck you and this job. I'll create a job and put y'all out of business. I'll create a company and do that. And it's not because I'm smarter or better than anybody. It's because I'm willing to. That's it. Everything that is done today is done because somebody's willing to do it. And you don't have to be an expert in the field. There's a lot of people that start business that don't know nothing about the business they start. But they are not afraid to go down that route. Don't let fear dictate your future. And that's what part of blaming 2020 on your problems is. You allow fear to dictate your future. And the fear of not making it, which you ain't gonna make it no fucking way. Because unless you made a profit over in abundance, what the fuck are you really doing? So, that's my spiel, y'all. Be in control of oneself. Don't allow the world to control you. Control you. Alright, y'all. Until next time, y'all have a happy new year. Be safe. Stay out of trouble. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Because next year we out here, baby. I got some travel vlogs for y'all. I got some giveaways for y'all. I got a bunch of new stuff coming. So please stay tuned. Thank you for joining, the gang. We out here, y'all. Peace.